Hi, Cindy.
There.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi.
I love the picture with the dragon.
Oh, thank you.
And you guys looked awesome. I started to type it, but I won't.
Well, we had just the greatest time and so many little trick-or-treaters. We didn't know how many would get, but we advertised that we had a dragon for the pictures, and people actually started coming in the daytime to get their pictures with the dragon.
Oh, good.
And they didn't even wait till time for trick-or-treating, but families came and they lined up, and it was incredible.
Oh.
But
What a good
kids
idea.
loved it because they got to be involved in voting, in the voting process. And they thought that was so fun. And the parents loved it. It was very positive. And it was just, like I said, we had about 50 kids. And then the parents, what so surprised us is the parents came back to get their pictures taken without the kids. So it was.
A dragon is a dragon. Hey.
Yep, we have a dragon. Let me see if I can show you guys this.
Oh, look at that.
Yep, there's the dragon, and we had the skeletons here. If you can see that, I don't know if I can.
Yes, the skeletons show up pretty well.
Okay,
too.
And they're holding a, vote here for the name.
Yeah.
And then name the dragon, and then they voted for the age. And they also voted for the if it's a boy or a girl.
And
Well, you have to tell us the results.
Yep. Well, you guys have to show us. I will have to get your help on it because we have some questions. But there's a close up of it. There's the dragon where we had it positioned.
Now, where did you get that dragon? Did you make it or?
No, the dragon, last year, the Halloween tent that we have every year where they sell the costumes, the day after, like today, everything goes on sale.
Ah, right.
And so it went on sale for half price, but it was a $500 dragon. And we're going to sell it for half price, but the neck doesn't turn properly like it's supposed to, which I don't care. It still goes rawr, and the wings still flap and everything. So it's motorized, and you can hook it to a fog machine, and it'll blow the smoke.
Oh my gosh! Wow, that's really.
Ours didn't work, so our fog machine didn't work, so we couldn't hook it up, but it was fine, and. So I ended up offering them $150 for it, and they gave it to me for $150. And for us, just what we experienced last night was worth everything. And we'll have it for many years to come, and we love to do special things for the kids. So,
yes, wow! I mean, it's so good. It's such a good depiction of a dragon. Just what I thought a dragon should be.
It really is. It's a cool dragon, and 7 feet, maybe a little taller than 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
So
wonderful.
There's our mummy that we had that Gary put out. We have a little witch there, and as they come up to it, it starts talking and say, "Hello, little trick-or-treaters." So that was fun. Oh, there's Katie's costume. Gidget's costume.
Oh.
My daughter Danny, that's her costume.
Oh,
they were all bees. There's my granddaughter Sarah. This is Sarah's birth mom. And here's some of the trick-or-treaters. That's a little blurry there. But you can see, I mean, they were just piled up, and you can see the sun isn't even down yet. Yeah. Gary was, he was dressed as a vampire. So that was really cool. But it was like this all night, where we just had, piles of people out there.
Great that you had so much fun.
We did. And then there's that picture I put in the email. This is our neighbors, and they came back later and brought wine and cheese. So it was It was pretty fun. There's Gidget looking at the camera, finally. And there's my aunt. And it was so funny. She sat down in that chair and she had no idea that that thing was back there. She just sat in the chair and it looked like it was coming after her. So look at that. It's so funny.
Yeah.
And there is the moon. The moon was just glorious. And the dragon ended up having a wig at one point.
That's cute. That's
but
cute.
there's the moon, and just look at that, the ring around the moon.
Yes, and it looks like there's it's crossed. It looks like it's got a cross on it too.
Yep. Yeah, it was just so beautiful and bright, and you can just see the edge of the universe there, of the, what do you call the atmosphere?
Yeah.
What do you call that? Well, it would be the apex or the zenith.
Yeah, the zenith. Yes, that's it.
Yep. And
so are you saying that Ziya was there?
Yes.
Ziya was there.
Yeah, Ziya. Yeah. I forgot to show you guys this. This skeleton got trashed. All the parts weren't there, and Gary just put them all together and set it in there. And I said, "Oh, so he got trashed." So that was funny. But that's what we ended up doing. Okay, did I stop sharing? Oh, here it is. There we go.
I mean, you ended up getting trashed? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that skeleton got trashed.
Mary.
just as a little lightness to the
little
evening.
lightness. Why not?
Say,
Cindy, I saw that picture of the moon that you sent, I think, last night with that beautiful ring. And I thought, well, if that isn't a portal, I don't know what it is. And I thought of Ziya. I thought, that is just amazing. It was just really beautiful.
that's what I thought. And I was so just taken aback by the energy of Ziya being reflected in the moon. And I'm going to talk about that today because I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that at all. So it was really cool to see her reflected. I'm looking for something here.
Yeah, it was a powerful one. I put out some of my herbs. I make some teas, and I wanted to collect the energy of the moon. So I made moon juice.
Oh my gosh, how do you do that?
Well, you could do it with water too. You just want to cover it, of course, so critters and things don't get into it. But you just put it out in the power of the moon, like in the light. It's a good time to clear crystals and things. But yeah, I remembered yesterday, and somebody said, "Oh, are you making moon juice?" Oh my God, the moon juice! So I grabbed my a couple of my things, and one is just water, and then the other is really good, like a yin tonic. So it needs a lot of earth energy, so it's good for the moon.
Okay, well, the moon energy is still there, so we can still do that. I actually
You can
have
still
all
do
my
that,
crystals
definitely.
in the window here because there were trick-or-treaters out. I didn't want to put them outside.
Yeah. No, as long as they get the light, you can put them in the window, put them up on a fence post, however you do it. But yeah, it's still full. And I think it's setting at full tonight too. So you still got time. Yep. And the energy holds for a couple of days. So it's still good to bathe them.
Yes, that's what I feel too. And when I asked into the energy of the moon, and when I sensed Ziya, I asked her when we were out on the walk, Gary and I, are you reflecting the energy? And she said, yes, I am reflecting the energy because she's pure light. So anything can reflect her energy. And that includes the moon. And that is true with all of the light beings or angels of the seven storms. So they will reflect that light. And, I just got this sense of peace, like she was calming the cosmic energy that really came through to me. I said that even on Friday to to Lorelei when she was saying all this energy, things could get wild. And I thought, right then, I thought, no, I'm feeling this wonderful sense of peace. And then when I realized that Ziya was reflecting her light of truth, then I said, oh my gosh, she's calming the energy. So we didn't see the chaos that you would usually see during this much energy, because she was able to calm it. So all of us can use that energy in order to create peace and calm and connect to the light of who and the truth of who we are.
It seemed like she used the moon like a prism,
That's it.
reflected off of it, and then just sent it out into the world, which is beautiful.
Yeah. And that's what she can do. That's what she explained to me, is not only her prism, but the prism of the moon. She can use the clouds. There are a lot of things that can be used as a reflector, to reflect her light. As we were talking about, on the other day, she is pure light, like the sun. The sun can't direct its own light, just a single light beam at something, not without something to direct that light. And that would be the clouds. We see the sun rays coming through the cloud. It's directed that way. It's that sunlight, the moon becomes a prism, so to speak, for the sun, reflecting that light. So anything that reflects the light can be, of the moon, the same can be true for any of these angels. And that is what I've really come to understand very clearly. Isn't that fun? Ferris, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. You want to read some of the comments? They've just come through.
Yeah. Penny said Katie is a mini you.
She is a Pisces with a Libra moon.
And that there's a star in the moon picture too. She wanted to know if the if the skeleton was trashed after the wine and cheese.
I told Gary to throw it away.
He couldn't hold his cheese.
Yuck.
For those of you who did not see it, I'll bring this back up again. There's the skeleton. That's trashed. Gary did that. He's so creative with the decorations. But I want to get back here. Oh, Ferris, I took this video, but I didn't capture it in time. You had that ball sitting in the cat door.
Right.
And he was trying to get in, and he was scared to death of it. And he kept going up, and he'd kind of go towards it and then back up. And then he was scared of the ball, trying to
Wait a minute. He was trying to
get through, but he was afraid of that ball in there.
But the thing is, I didn't put the ball in there until after he was downstairs.
Well, somehow he got out, and he was trying to get back downstairs.
Little sucker.
So. Yeah. Let me go back to the moon. There it is. For those of you who didn't get to see it. But it is just, you can see the whole atmospheric ring here. Would that be Mercury or Mars? Does anybody know? Patricia, maybe?
It could be the space station for all I know.
It's either Mercury or Mars, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe
And then you can see the cross there in the middle.
Yep.
I mean, the way it reflects it was just beautiful and so incredibly peaceful.
Mhm.
And that is when I was told, you have to trust. You just have to trust that the universe has your back and just let it all go. And that's the way I've been feeling for this last week. So it was a confirmation of what I was feeling. And that was so cool. I'm going to leave my glasses on today because my eyes are a little swollen because I drank some wine last night. and I drank a different kind than I usually do. And this had whatever it is that's in wine that bothers me a little bit, but my neighbor brought it over so I felt like I needed to have a glass, and it affects me a little bit. So my eyes are a little swollen this morning from it, but it was just so much fun. And they actually changed out of their ghost costumes and came back in different costumes from, what was that show that was so popular with for so long, that had all the king and all this darkness, the characters. Something of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, yes. They came as Game of Thrones character. So it was so funny because even the parents would go back, they'd get dressed and come back and take their pictures with the dragons. So they went and got their better costumes. That's where the red wing came from. And they came back and got pictures. So huge hit. And okay, Ferris, you want to go ahead and read the rest of the comments?
Okay. Penny, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Cindy. Penny said she could use some good financial abundance energy because she's got some big bills coming on Tuesday. So y'all, let's send her some green light.
Okay.
That's a pun. And Mary said she woke up with the most amazing sense of joy and peace this morning after a dream that brought all people together. It was amazing. And
that's beautiful.
Patricia said her too. Penny said Mary said it was like that all Saturday. Cool.
I just felt this wonderful calm. I'm going to ask Gary here to bring the ballads because you guys have to help me with something.
Okay.
With the names.
And Ann said, Mary, how's Booker? How's he doing?
Yeah.
He's doing better. It seems like he's throwing up a little bit still, but there's no blood in it. And he just seems really tired. So I think I may have found the culprit that caused him to throw up the blood yesterday, but I'm just watching him really carefully. So thanks for asking.
Okay. What was it?
It was a particular kind of food that I thought we had, dry food that I thought we had thrown away.
Oh.
And it had gotten mixed in with some of the other dry food that was good. And I didn't realize it. So that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, I threw it all out. So
okay. Good.
Thank you.
Well, what was it?
It was a particular kind of dry food that I thought we had thrown away. The bag of it, when we got it, I said, I don't like this. There's something about it that just doesn't seem right. And it was kind of spongy and just wasn't what I thought that they should eat. And so I got rid of it, I thought, but there was a tiny bit that was left in some that had been mixed up with some other dry food. A lot of times I mix more than one type together. And I think that's what he got a hold of. And it made him really sick. So anyway, I'm watching him.
Good.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you.
And Linda said if she's got a question. If 50% of the Americans pray for Biden and 50% pray for 45 to be president, what's the outcome?
Oh, God, Supreme Court? Oh, no.
and then appropriately enough, Jennifer was answering another question and said, I think it's Mars. I think it's Mars is a good answer to Linda's question. If 50% praise for one and 50% praise for the other, it's Mars.
Load up the spaceship. I'm going.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just trusting. All I can do is trust that whatever happens, it is for our highest and best good.
Patricia
I felt
said
that.
we pray for peace no matter what.
Yes.
Or who wins.
Yes. And I just believe Ziya is truth. So the truth will come out. Whatever the truth is, it will come out. It will be exposed. That's part of this reflection of this moon is reflecting the truth, exposing the truth. So we'll talk about that in just a moment. Here's why, everybody, I'm going to change the subject for a moment. Well, before I do that, Ferris, why don't you go ahead and read any other comments, and then I'll...
Okay. Penny said she thinks it's histamines in the wine.
That might be.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And the one that we
You would have
get
a
doesn't,
reaction.
it has a low histamine. And this one must have had high because I woke up and my eyes, and I didn't have very much, just a little teeny bit, but my eyes are swollen. I'm just super sensitive to that.
And Linda said it felt like a new year today.
It does.
Kind of does.
It really does. It just feels amazing. I just have this, it's an elation. I just feel elated. So I believe it'll continue.
Penny said, Ferris, you're very perky this morning. It must be the extra hour of sleep. No, it's not. I got my mocha pot working, cleaned and working again this morning. And so I got some strong coffee. That's got to be what it is.
That's probably it. Is that it, Ferris? Or is there a few more?
Mary said, yes, and I'm so grateful to feel like this again. Yeah. Penny said, Halloween, Samhain. I haven't heard the word Samhain in a long time. Used to be the Celtic pagan New Year. Mary said Roger made some of his restaurant coffee. Patricia said, I feel like I'm finally able to exhale. A lot of group meditations going on around the world.
Mm-hmm. I love that. And we're going to do a meditation in the World Viewing Room today. I do have to, the parents came back. When they came back, they asked if we were going to post the name and the winners. The kids want to know. So we're going to post it in the front yard, and we're going to post it on Nextdoor. But we have to decide. And we thought we had it decided. And a little girl came back later. She was a Japanese girl with their whole family. They brought more family members with us. And this little girl, she was dressed as a unicorn. She was so cute. And she came back with her parents and her cousins or something. I couldn't understand them very well because they speak Japanese. And she said something to her mother when I said, okay, you've got to give us a name and, your vote on the name, whether it's a boy or a girl, and how old it is. And she said something to her mother, and her mother started laughing. And she said, I better not tell you what she said. And then she shook her head and she said, no, I'm going to tell you what she said. She said, the dragon obviously is a girl because it does not have a penis. We were rolling on the floor laughing. Oh my God.
How old was she?
She was probably about 4. So that just changed it right there. And I thought, okay, there was actually more.
And do you see what Patricia just said?
Yes. And that's what you said, Ferris. Yancha. Yep. Yancha. That's exactly what Ferris said. So we had more boys vote, about 3 or 4 more votes for the boys than for the girls, that it was a girl. But I think that kind of pushed it over the edge. What does everybody else think?
Well, first of all, we got to decide here.
Okay.
Is this a democratic election or is this a best of choice? There's a big difference.
Yeah, which is it?
It's a girl.
It's a girl?
Yeah. You
Okay.
don't want to have to rewrite the biology books.
Yeah.
The 10 Commandments were enough.
Well, it is reptilian. So
Yeah.
That's right.
that would explain it not having a penis shown.
Oh, okay. Well,
Well, it's just neutral.
yeah. Well, Yancha is neutral.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it was even. So it gets to be whatever they decide.
And by the way, when I was looking up to make sure that last night that Yancha could be either male or female, there's a very popular manga hero called Yancha Girl.
Oh,
Called what?
Manga, Japanese comics.
Yeah.
here, I'm going to go through the names just very quickly because I don't know if we should just call her Yancha. There are no duplicated names to speak of. Go ahead.
Penny said it's a non-binary they/them dragon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have for names Amelia, Norbert, or let me do the girls' names first.
I
Norbert.
like Amelia.
Yeah, I loved Amelia. Amelia, Fire, Lilia, Anne. So Anne, you got a namesake there. Stormflex, Stormfly. There's a lot of storm something or others. So that was the word storm just kind of hit me because of the 7 storms. And there were probably about 5 kids that put storm something, a version of storm. No stormies though. Who is Gail Gavitt?
What?
Gaddit. Gail, Gadot.
She's Wonder Woman.
Godot.
Oh, Godot.
Yeah, she plays Wonder Woman.
Oh, okay. So definitely a girl. Shiny, Alice, Enomoth, Enomoth,
Spell it again.
Enomoth,
Enemoth.
Enomoth. Winter. Oh, I can't believe this. Ilya. Bunny. We have a Penny, a Danny, a Puff.
I don't know. Bunny the Dragon sounds really scary.
Yeah. And Z, it looks like, no, maybe Laeco. Laeco. I don't know how to say that one. Ages were between 526, 98, 5, 10, 6, 15, 15, 24, 9. I think most of the kids put down their age.
It sounds
7,
like it.
7, 5, 5, 10, 7.
526.
526?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, 526. All right, and the boy names are Blazer. That's cool. Dracula. Commando. Screamer. Poison. Interesting name. Victor. Norbert. We had 2 Norberts. Draco. Here's Skyfly. Dorito, because it has bad breath. That's what they put on there because of the bad breath. Here's another Draco. So we had 2 Dracos. Cuddles. Willie. Dragon. Demon. Zombie. Skeleton. Jack. Benji. Glada, I can't really tell the letters here. It looks like Gladi, Gladi, I think it's an A, TOH. Gladiath. Okay.
Probably
This
a
one I can't.
transformer or something.
Okay. Tobias. Rave.
Sandy just said GALIOTH. Is that a character that you know of, Sandy, or are we just writing it out?
Yeah, I can't really tell the letters. A lot of them, the lettering is tough to read.
Oh, Goliath. That's.
Oh, Goliath. Oh, maybe that's what it's supposed to be.
I bet it is.
And age-wise, everything from 100. Most of the kids said whatever their age is. We've got a lot of 5s. I tend to like the 526 years old.
Yeah.
But okay, votes, everybody, on a name. First of all, is it a boy or girl? And you've got to vote, put your vote in.
Well, it's got to be a girl.
It's okay. Linda says 526 years. Does everybody agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And age? Boy or girl? Let's just open up the lines for a second.
Girl.
Girl.
Girl, raise your hand if it's a girl, or write it in if you're on the phone.
Girl.
Okay. Most people say girl. Taryn says girl. Yeah. Okay. Marielle, did you say girl? Okay. Most everybody's saying.
I would choose unisex, like storm, fire, something like that.
Okay. All right. And then what about name? So it's a girl. No, well, I'm going to say unisex too.
Yancha.
Yeah.
Yancha.
Yanja.
Yancha, we've got Puff.
Storm Yancha.
Because we had some form of storm all over the place.
Yeah, because Storm Yancha.
Storm Yancha. Okay, is that what everybody's thinking?
Yes.
Sure.
Mary said enough storms.
But the 7 storms, the wonderful thing about understanding the 7 storms is that we can do something about them.
Right.
We have power to influence these storms because we have the light beings and we have all kinds of reflectors, all kinds of prisms, from the moon to their own personal prisms that they have. So we can do something about it. That's cute. Storm Yancha.
Well, Cindy, in a couple of days, the dragon's going to be back in the closet. If that's not having power over it, I don't know what is.
There you go. We've had some people that want to come by today and get their pictures taken, so we are not going to put it up today. Yeah, we'll have to leave it out there at least, through the afternoon.
And Rascal can join them.
Yes. So 526 years old, unisex, Storm Yancha. We got it. Great. They're going to be clamoring to find out. So I like that. That's great.
I really don't like the unisex thing. I got to go on record with that.
Okay. Well, we can say girl. This year it'll be a girl. Next year it'll be a boy.
How's it going to reproduce?
By itself.
Hey.
Oh, Mary says Storm reminds me of Stormy Daniels. Well, we're not going to say Stormy.
Linda said she can adopt.
Okay.
And there are new technologies,
Excuse me, they can adopt.
Yeah. Right, Mariel. There are new technologies we can use. Well, beautiful. Well, I thank you for being a part in the joy of these children here. You know, children, I can only imagine what they're going through. I mean, for them, this is their normal. If they're young, they're just experiencing this, but they probably won't realize until they're much older what they were experiencing during this time, you know, with so much with the virus, with, you know, not being in school on a normal basis, having to homeschool, parents, bless their hearts, having to homeschool their kids. I couldn't do it. I just bless their hearts. And so this is something special for both the parents and the children. And I thank you for being a part of that. And so Storm Yancha, that's what we have. Is it spelled? Yes.
Yeah.
Yancha. Yep. Yancha. So the little Japanese girl will get a kick out of it when we put that out there, because she'll know what that means. And not everybody will, but she will know. And she was a deciding factor, I have to say. That was, we could not stop laughing probably for an hour. Well, I still haven't stopped laughing. I couldn't believe it. 4 years old. It was really cute. After we finished with our evening, and we had, you know, our neighbors come over with wine and cheese and crackers, and we just sat around under the moon, and this amazing calm. You could just feel the calm. And again, I looked up at the moon. In fact, we all stood up at the same time when the moon came out from behind the clouds, and we just stared at it. And we all said, this is the most calming full moon that we've ever seen. Usually you feel that intense energy, but it wasn't that at all. And even on Friday night, when Lorelei was saying, well, this is going to be a lot of crazy energy, I didn't feel that. I didn't feel that at all. There was just something telling me that this was going to be a calm, peaceful energy. And once I realized that Ziya was reflecting her light, I thought, of course, she can calm that energy. Her light can add peace and calm and truth to that cosmic energy. And that's what I felt. And as we walked and we were looking up at the moon, she was confirming that is what she was doing, is casting that energy. And so it just, or reflecting that energy or that light. And it felt so good and so peaceful. And so she just said, you know, let go and trust. So she's asking all of us, let go and trust. No matter what happens, let go and trust. And so that's what I'm doing. And that is what the hour a day throughout this retrograde has allowed me to do. And I have had this wonderful calm. Even if I catch up on the news a little bit, I've just kind of been paying attention just a little about what's going on, not spending a lot of time on it, but just to know what's going on. It doesn't upset me. It hasn't been bothering me at all. So I'm hoping that all of you will feel that calm. And yes, the calm in the center of the storm. Yeah, euphoria. It is. Ferris, you want to read the other ones? They're going by too fast here.
Penny said, I wonder if unbeknownst yet on Friday, the final vote that will put the right person in office was cast. And maybe calm the energies. You know, that's a possibility with the number of votes that have already been cast. I heard on NPR this morning that in some places the early voting has surpassed what will probably be done on voting on election day.
Yeah. That's what I believe. I think we're going to see a lot of empty voting places.
Well,
Actually,
it just
there
it
won't
just
be as
makes
many.
sense to stretch it out, especially now.
Is what?
It just makes sense to stretch it out through time, especially now, with so we don't have people just crammed in together.
Right. I love the early voting. Oh, I forgot to turn on my ghost one last time. Okay, Ferris.
Patricia said Texas has surpassed the total votes in 2016 with early voting. Our county has. I don't know about Tennessee in general. And Mary said, yeah, she thought that too. It may be decided before California even finishes their voting.
Well, again, I feel peace regardless of what happens. And Patricia and I were talking, and she was feeling exactly the same way. So, we're all saying the same thing. We feel this calm, and let's just bask in this calm and trust whatever is going to happen next. And I do. So with that, I would like to go to the world viewing room, everybody. And let's just, we're just going to do a meditation there. And Ziya has been shining her light so brightly. And it's been so beautiful. And I loved what she did last week, which was to ask us to step into her light. So right now, we all can step into her light individually. We will be stepping into her light, but we will all end up together. Last week, we were in the world viewing room alone. Today, let's go in the world viewing room as a collective. So step into her light and just allow yourselves to feel the glory and the warmth and the calmness of her light. Take a nice deep breath in. Put your feet flat on the floor so you're grounded as she is. She is both heaven and earth. She is the connection. She is the high point of light. And you now are in the high point of light. Take another nice deep breath as she moves you into the world viewing room. We are surrounded by all of the light beings. It's so brilliant, you might not be able to see them clearly. Just allow yourself to witness that light, to feel that light, to experience that light. Listen. Listen to the calm of the light. As Ziya calls it, find your edges. This is your body. She wants you to be in your body because it's within your physical form that you can reach out and touch. You can feel, you can taste, you can smell, you can hear. You have available to you your 5 senses. And actually also your 6th sense. Your own intuition, psychic ability, clairs that allow you to understand that all is well. Breathe in and experience all of your senses and this calm energy. Sometimes we are trying to be so spiritual that we are no earthly good. It is within our power as three-dimensional beings to be able to reflect our inner light. Let that light shine within you. You also have a light, and this body that you have been given is a reflection of that inner light. That is the beauty of your humanness. And we often forget that there is beauty in our humanness. Allow the world to experience your light. If you are not experiencing that light, allow the reflection of Ziya's prism to fill you with that light, to fill you with the light of the divine. You are the light of the divine. Use your body, your edges, your senses to reflect that light, the light of truth. Bring your hands up now and face them towards the window where we can see the world. Use that beautiful internal light to direct your light towards the world. Towards the people who are feeling fear, who have so much going on in their world, from the fires to the earthquakes, to the tsunamis, the weather issues that we're having. Project your light to them so that they can see it in the most brilliant, beautiful way that allows them to find the center of whatever storm they are experiencing. See the light. See the light as it covers the entire world with peace and truth. There may be times that you reach an area where people are rejecting the light. Just lovingly move past that area if that happens. They will come to the light when they're ready. Some people may not be. It is their journey. Let that go and just trust. Trust that the light will find them. Do you feel it? Do you feel the energy? Do you feel the power of your own light? If you feel it, others will feel it too. We have an amazing collective power. And yes, it can change the course of the world. It can bring peace and love and calm and joy. And help to restore trust. Take your hands now and just create a ball of energy. And you can feel the edges of that energy wherever it is. Just move your hands and feel that beautiful ball of energy. It might be getting bigger. Mine's actually getting so big that I can hardly contain it now. It's getting bigger and stronger. I can feel that beautiful energy. Just hold it for just a moment. Focus on it. And on the count of 3, just take that ball of energy and just throw it towards Mother Earth. On 1, 2, 3. And watch it as it blankets the earth with a powerful, peaceful energy. You have all just given out a blanket of energy. Know that that power exists within you. And that if something starts stealing your light, your peace, your joy, you can blanket yourself in that energy, in this beautiful collective energy. And you will find that safety. You will feel it. You will know it. This is our truth. And so it is. You can open your eyes. Move your neck a little bit and your shoulders and come back into your body for just a moment. I want to share with everyone, some of you heard me talk about this on Friday night with my grandson, Chase. And he is amazingly gifted, as I have expressed many times. And when I was telling him about the angels, the divine light, and I said to him, you know, that Ziya asked us to find our edges. He never missed a beat. And he said, well, yeah, of course, because in order to shed our light, to cast light into the world, we have to find our edges. That's our body. He didn't even miss a beat. And Gary and I were amazed at listening to him and how fast he knew that. It took me longer to really understand it. And maybe because I try and overthink it, because it's coming through me, I'm always trying to think about it at a deeper level and overthink it. And his was simple. He knew that that's how we cast our light. And he said, and I said, you know, each of the angels also have a prism. And he said, of course they do. That only makes sense because their light goes everywhere, and it has to have a way to direct that light. Each one of them have to have a prism, a way to direct and reflect that light. So that gives them edges. That's why they needed the prism. It was that fast with such clarity that this 20-year-old kid brought to even me in words that I could not even, again, I think I overthink it. And just that quickly, he made it all make sense in the simplest of words on why each of them have these prisms. And then it was last night that I realized they don't just use their own prisms. They can use the moon. They can use, as I've seen many times, the clouds and how they directed their light to form that heart, to let me know that we were safe and loved when Gary and I were stuck in a huge storm coming our way when we were on our motorcycles. They send us messages through their light, and they use different ways to reflect that light. And if one of those ways are not available to them, they have the prisms. And the prisms, the beauty about the prisms, they are made of crystal, and they are gorgeous, and they amplify all light. And whatever light, if it's a prayer, we've talked about this before, if it's a prayer, if it's a wish, a desire, if it's a healing modality, if you reflect it through those prisms, then it increases their power that much more. And it's pretty incredible. So know that as we're going through each of the 7 storms, again, they're really not about the storms. They're really about the gifts that come, the healing gifts that come along with the storms. And, you know, we need to experience the dark in order to really appreciate and see the light. You can't have one without the other. And so that is the beauty of the lights that were being shown. Farrah, sorry. Do you want to go ahead and read the comments?
After that, no.
Sorry.
Mary said, during the meditation, I began humming God So Loved the World, and the light exploded with showers of starlight over the U.S. and then spread as a violet flame / golden light around the world. She's never, quote, seen anything like this.
Beautiful.
That's beautiful.
I see that, yes. Thank you, Mary. That actually brought tears to my eyes. That's beautiful. There's power in that light. Does anybody have any questions or comments that they want to share?
Penny said that reminded me of when passing by people arguing or a mother getting impatient with a disgruntled child. I send them a little ball of love as I pass by. A friend of mine years ago, when I told them that, said he calls those sunshine grenades. I like that.
I love that. I'm going to write that down.
Leave it to a guy to have to call it a grenade. Sunshine grenades. I love that. See, Cindy, you've been seeing grenade.
I have.
And there
I
you
have
go.
been seeing grenades. Still seeing the soldier, Ferris.
And Patricia said, and I'm always reminded that the angels and ascended masters get involved if we ask. They do not intervene otherwise. It would be nice of them to just go ahead and toss us a sunshine grenade every now and then, even if we don't ask, because sometimes we get overwrought and forget. Did y'all hear that?
And Patricia said, right? I love that sunshine grenade. That's beautiful. That is so beautiful.
And Tony said, before I logged into the session today, I pulled the angel cards and just have one word on them. The card I pulled said trust. The second card said surrender.
See, we're so connected. We're so connected, and there's confirmation. That's confirmation. I love that.
And Patricia said, that's a request, Ferris, even if it's sarcastic. It's not sarcastic.
He just says it sarcastically because he can't help it.
That was presidential sarcasm.
Oh, yeah.
In other words, it wasn't sarcasm.
So, Ziya is all about trust. And again, we're asked to just feel that trust. I feel it. I just surrender and trust. I feel that 100%. And the other storms, they have the potential to destroy other things only if we let them. It invites the absolute destruction of something only if we let it. So the answer is don't let it. Hold on to your light. Hold on to your own inner prisms that reflect that light. Don't forget your humanness. That is what we are here for in physical form, is to shine that light. And this body is our prism. And we can direct that light with our hands, with our heart, with our soul. Let people see our soul, our love. And what was cool is we had neighbors from all over the place. And we were united in our joy for the evening. There was no division. There was only joy. There was only love. And we can do that every day, not just on Halloween. We can come together and heal. To remind everyone of the other storms and what they have the potential to destroy, but not if we focus on these elements. The first storm, Ziya, is about trust. Crow is about wisdom, and he reflects the light of wisdom. And let me see, the third, let me just go back through them here. Okay, where are my angels? There are my angels. Okay. Crow. And then Ileana is the third storm. Ileana It is truth. Kenner, unity. Everybody remembers Kenner. Kenner is unity. And Ashia is acceptance. Lavella is about compassion. And Yancha, we're calling her Yancha, or Yacha is what she likes to be called because she called her son Yancha. So she really wants to be called Yacha. And Yacha is about order. And that's what we're going to be going through in the next few weeks, just going back through and really focusing on these things: trust, wisdom, truth, unity, acceptance, compassion. And that is what creates order. It's divine order. Is there any better kind? I love it. So any other comments or questions? Does anybody want to raise their hand? Any insight?
Patricia said she just pulled 2 cards from the 7 Energies deck. They were a deep breath and perfect harmony. Then the last one, sacred reverence. I'll share the picture of that one on the Facebook page. It's exactly what she saw in the world viewing room. Cool.
I was going to ask everybody, do you want to do Zoom on Tuesday, or do you want to do it on Wednesday? Because of the election, people might be tuned into that, and we can talk about it on Wednesday instead of Tuesday. Should we do that? Go ahead and just type in your comments of what you want to do.
I didn't even think of that.
I didn't either until they typed it in.
I've already voted, so who cares?
Yeah, I did too. So just put in what you want to do, everybody. If you want to do Tuesday or if you want to do Wednesday, and then we can just, talk about what's going on. Wednesday. Okay. Everybody's saying Wednesday. So,
okay.
All right. So we will change it, everybody. We'll do Wednesday, and then we can talk about it. And just keep shining your light. I feel your light. I feel the brilliance. As I look out on the world, I see the blanket of light all around the world. I love the vision. Was that Mary?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was beautiful, Mary. I see that so clearly. So let's hold that. Yes, at 3:00. Is 3:00 okay for everybody? Yeah. Okay. 3 Eastern?
Same time.
Okay, same time.
It won't be 3 for everybody.
Right. So we'll do 3 Eastern on Wednesday for everybody. So we're still in the world viewing room right now. So I want everybody to just step back into Ziya's light. And let's just, while we're in this light, let's just hug each other as we hold hands and take a nice deep breath as we come back down to our beautiful world. As you feel the earth beneath your feet, know that you can shed that light to the rest of the world. Let them see your light, because some people at this point, they can't. So we can be the prism to reflect that light so that they can see it. Take another nice deep breath. And exhale. One last time for the power of 3. and open your eyes. This has been beautiful. I just feel euphoric. I feel euphoric. And I feel so much love for all of you. And know that all of you are in the prayer wave, and I still do that daily. That's what starts off my 1 hour is I put everybody in the prayer wave, and if I can, I go right into my hour of silence. Remember, we still have 2 more days, hour of silence challenge, and I have been amazed at how often that hour turns into 3 hours. And that's when I've been just kind of playing with the paints and just letting go. And I just know as I'm playing that the angels are going to start coming through on the canvas. I just trust that that's going to happen. And it's been a fun thing to be able to do. And I'm just going to continue. So the know that your needs are being supplied, and trust. Everyone, I love you so much. And let's go ahead and open up the lines for everybody and say whatever you want to say. I love you. Happy birthday to those of you who are having birthdays. Yes.
Let me share Patricia's card picture with you.
Oh, she sent it to you.
She
Okay.
sent it to me, and I managed to get it from my phone to my computer. Yay, me.
Oh,
I am
great.
so 21st century.
Mm.
Oh,
Ooh. Oh.
my goodness.
Right? It was exactly what I saw. I was like,
Well,
whoa.
if I'd known I was going to get that kind of reaction, I would have shared it before she sent it.
Paris.
Wow.
That's
Great.
beautiful. That's just what we needed to see.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is
Great
beautiful.
way to end the call.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Thank
Wow.
you, Patricia.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Patricia.
Everyone.
I love you all,
Cindy.
and
Love you.
Namaste.
I love you. Namaste.
Have a wonderful week.
Thank you.
Bye.
you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Joy. Lots
Bye.
of joy.
And
Thanks.
see y'all Wednesday.
See you Wednesday.
Wednesday.